Scrolling social media is never, well, TikTok specifically. TikTok is always a Debbie Downer. I swear. Happy New Year, y'all. The moon is mooning outside. It is. The moon is mooning outside. Oh, it's midnight. Some of y'all sleep. Y'all sleep. No way. Oh, we get eat like I'm in the military or something. So, I gotta react to some live videos for YouTube. I'll do that eventually. Okay, so they accidentally made 3 instead of 4. Mm-hmm. Yeah, today was halfway decent. Then it just went to shit. Mm-hmm. What's up? I don't quite know that I wanted to keep this in the I mean, I want to warm it up, but microwave, nah. What's up, y'all? You see that April 1st pink moon, the New Year's moon? You know, that's April 1st is literally people calling people April Fools because they held on to um, spring, April 1st being the actual New Year. Mm-hmm. What's new about December the 31st? What's new about January 1st? It's a new month, a new year that they made up. So I ain't too long. I finished at the shop. Been dealing with that all day. Off and on. I'm dealing with. I had a load. Mm. And I still gotta go back to the shop in the morning to get my inverter replaced. So I wasn't able to do the things I wanted to do. I was even trying to make some zippers. Couldn't do that. I was able to get started on it, but um, mm, you know what? I noticed that the moon is really small. I was gonna have my other device. I will look that up. See if there's any explanation to it, or is it man's doing? Hmm. Hey, I wonder. But it's out there, y'all. Shining bright. Better go get you some of that energy. So it's midnight. Mm-hmm. I have those up a couple of times. Okay, one time. I don't think it was very long, probably 30 minutes. But I don't want to go to sleep. Thank you. Okay. I'm mad because I didn't accomplish the things I wanted to accomplish. Hmm. So, gym and laundry is after this. Come hell or high water. And then we're going to see if I'll do any crafting or I'll go to sleep. I probably won't go to sleep at that point because I'm trying to be front and center in that shop tomorrow. But today became so weird. I'm good. Like, I got a call this morning. She said I had a load. Talked to her again this evening. Like, you didn't send me my load. She's like, you got a load? Yeah, you told me this morning. You told me the time and all that. Didn't send it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna send it. And I ain't heard nothing else. I was like, what? Hmm, weird. So, as soon as I get here, things just start going haywire. And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? And I don't want to blame the moon. Mm-mm. The moon, I never usually have problems with the moon. Something is awful. Happy birthday. Sam, you play robots? Really bad? Is your thing has it says robot Sam? I had to pin my hair up in the back, y'all. I just knew I was about to go to the gym. Let me see if I got too late. I was gonna see if I got all my stuff. I didn't. My watch isn't right. I gotta replace this thing. So it's really not good. It's still on yesterday's stuff, so I'm being robbed. I'm being robbed. And the time is never in sync. So imagine me every time I go to sign in somewhere and then I bring my phone, I gotta ask what time it is that I have a watch on. I'm going to get the one I had before. Hmm. It's so much coming, y'all. So much happening, so much coming. Like y'all on TikTok, you won't know half of what I'm talking about. Well, and I guess that also depends on your algorithm on there. But I think I think it gets to everybody eventually. But it's just all too overwhelming. It really is. But check this out. I'm pretty sure none of you guys are familiar with that case. I'm pretty sure you're a different crowd. Mhm. Way back, your message wasn't that bad, but I'm still gonna block you. I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you. Mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna block you. King of dreams. Thank you, Madison. Mhm. So, I would love to assume that some of you guys, you trolls are bots, but uh, mhm. That's too. So I can understand what have brought in a speaker, but I didn't. I didn't because I was gonna play that interview while I was getting my exercise. But I know nobody's in the gym. If they are, they're using it like they own living room or something. I'm gonna undo that real quick. Curious about what? But I'm gonna do some commentary on some things. One thing that's interesting, the judge from the Natalia Harris case, the judge from the preliminary hearing, she did an interview. I noticed after Afro Man's trial, his lawyer did an interview. Someone else from the case did an interview. I don't know. I didn't watch that one. So I'm like, remember when um, a random juror would do an interview, everybody be like, side eyeing the juror. Well, can't remember her name, so that's what I asked. I believe she's Creole. She looks Creole. But she did an interview on one of these channels that follows crime in general, but also was covering the Nazaya case. Tootie or Tootsie or something. And I gotta tell you, I was side eyeing the fact that they were doing the interview because that is a very fine line to be trying to walk. A very fine line. I don't think I would have interviewed her. And mainly because I wouldn't trust that there's no way I could ever trust that nothing is being said, you know, that could interfere with an appeal or, I don't know, that's a fine line to be a judge on a case and then go and do a YouTube interview about the case. But I have to say, the judge and the interviewer did a great job. Great job. I like the way she kept it short. No, didn't try to have her on there all day. It was probably 4, maybe 5 questions tops. And it was seemingly very professional. I'm saying seemingly because, you know, other people may look at it as being unprofessional. People that matter, right? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if there's rules on that. Like, what would the rules be? I don't know. But she did the interview. And it's worth giving a listen. I know most of y'all probably didn't watch the preliminary hearing. It occurred over deep pockets. Okay. Over a course of a few days. No, I think it's longer than that. And it was a dark, depressive hearing. Dark and depressive. Thank you, Scott. hmm But that hearing is, well, I was gonna say the star of the show, but I don't know. The sentencing was probably that, but it was very profound because the fact that they didn't have a trial, so that is the only, trial that we're gonna get out of that. I'm getting ready to go there because it's still something is still not settling with me. It's not. There's a lot of people I tend to think Shannon is the one who deleted Messiah. I don't think so. I would love to be able to have like a panel or conversation to actually hear why they think that. Because I'm not sure. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something I missed. But being that the preliminary hearing has so much information in it, I don't see how Shannon could have even been there to do that. Mm-mm. Now, I'm going to say the story goes because I don't know that that is confirmed as entire fact outside of what people said. So, Nazaya's last day, we do have footage of her getting off the bus. All right, Colorado, okay. So, now I'm a truck driver. So, so Jarvis was texting Nazaya and he said, "Hey, when you get off the school bus, just keep walking." They confirmed in court, to my memory, that she did get off of her normal stop. They have footage. We at least saw a screenshot from the video that they said, yes, that's her. They, the family. Who else? That is Messiah getting off the bus. Okay. Hmm. So she's just walking, going nowhere specific. And here comes Jarvis and King. Now, I put King where I see people putting Shannon. I think King helped. If he didn't do the deed, so Jarvis is a coward. We know that. Not all child violators tend to also be capable of being a deleter. Um, Mr. Fat Nasty from the other case, I can't remember his name. Um, from Deasia, 8 years old. He took her, did his thing, and he deleted her. Uh, Jarvis had hundreds, thousands of victims. Nazaya was one that he happened to get pregnant at age 13. So I do believe it was a collective decision to delete her. Jarvis, Shannon, the aunt, her sister, and Shannon and her sister's mother, the grandma who had actual custody of Nazaya. King was there with him at the shop. King was with Jarvis when he picked up Nazaya. So how did that go? I don't have to go back and listen to his testimony again, which I do have a lot of that to do. Oh, where y'all did he manage to line up a trip to the auto parts store right at that moment? Because if it's something you are saying suddenly, let's say you're there, you're at the shop, you're working on cars. They said that day they were both trying to fix King's mother-in-law's car. She had like a vintage car. I don't, I don't know. I don't think it was Camaro, it was something else. So that was a joint project. So how did it come about that they had a sudden excuse to get in the car and go somewhere? I believe they answered. They were asked, and they answered, "Well, King," because Jarvis didn't testify. But I believe King told us where they were supposed to be heading. So, okay, let's just say Jarvis created the perfect scenario. Tells Nazaya to get off the bus, walk, I'll pick you up, and I, I guess she texted him, I'm here, I'm off the bus. Because I don't recall that being verified. Like, from that point, how did you know she was off the bus and walking? He knows what time her bus comes, so that's easy. But if they text each other after that, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think it was answered or asked, but probably was. Either way, he feels like it's time to go get her. King is with him. Joint project. Okay. They both gonna go wherever they go. To come back and finish working on the car. Oh, there's my niece, Nazaya. Pick her up. Hey, King. Hey, Jarvis. Hmm. That was a lot of crumbs. So now she's hanging with King and Jarvis at the shop. Okay. Somewhere along the line, I think Janaya ended up at the shop. I'm gonna have to go back over that again because now I'm not sure. I thought when the sister testified, there were three girls there: Janaya, and I think the cousin, and Nazaya. And then they went to the store. So the girls walked to the store. The store is right there near the shop. Okay. I'm willing to bet that, hmm, here's one. Did Jarvis know his sister was coming? I don't think so. I think I recall her being asked that. Was it an appointment? Did he know you were coming? You just showed up. And I believe she said she just showed up, if I remember correctly. She had some things going on with her car. Her brother's a mechanic. Here we are. Now, I also believe she was asked, did he fix your car? And the answer was no. I'm sure that that's because she can't hang out there because Nazaya is here. And today is the day that I'm going to delete Nazaya. Sis gotta go. So I'm pretty sure he said, hey, I can't do it today, blah, blah, blah. We working on this, blah, blah, blah. And that got rid of her, right? Okay. So while she's there, she sees Nazaya. But she didn't see Nazaya like flat on in the face really good. Jarvis likely gave her or her and her cousin money and told them to go to the store very quickly. I think the sister said she also went to the store then and she was behind them. But she still didn't really get a good look at Nazaya. But per her testimony, she didn't recognize the little girl, so she was like, who is this little girl? Which is the right question to ask. She's at a shop with two grown men. Who is she? But what was not said and cleared up, and I understand why they didn't want to mess with the sister in any way, The sister also knows her brother is a lifelong and fully convicted, time served pedo. She knows what he does. That girl there is a red flag. Who is that? Who is that girl, Jarvis? Whose job is that? That's my partner King niece. Hmm. Uh, Now, if the sister wants to be honest, I'm pretty sure she saw. I can guarantee you I can put money on it. Anybody seeing Naziah around Jarvis, they're gonna know. I've seen way too many of her TikToks. And she's 13. And he's a manipulator. She thought she was in love. So, hmm, so anybody's gonna know something isn't right. But you definitely gotta know if you know how your brother get in. Mhm. So Jarvis sends Naziah to the store. I'm sure she knows the drill. The sister's not in the inner circle. We can't let her see you over here and around me. Because she's gonna know really quickly that's not King's niece. Mm-mm. And she not gonna hear one uncle, not one time. So he gets rid of his sister quickly. And he, according to King, in court, King, Jarvis, and Naziah went on a little trip because I think he did say that they went to get a part that they needed for the car. I'm not buying none of that. I don't even know if the courts verified any of that. If those records are made public, I'm not gonna look for them. I got enough heat. I got enough heat already. But anybody interested should. Okay. They need to find out how much of looking into Shannon, her sister, the mother, and King concerning Naziah and her passing. How much is looking into them did they do? Because we want to seek out and eliminate possible accomplices. Because this situation, all of them knew he was messing with that girl. Because as we already know, she was pregnant, showing pregnant. The the aunt testified, and they brought the evidence read it in court that she found the text messages that were being exchanged between Jarvis and Isaiah that dated back to 2022. So she fell on it about the pregnancy, about everything, which I'm sure she knew before that. Plus, the first time, I think it was at a birthday party, the first time he tried both girls, I'm talking about same damn time, okay? They went and told their aunt, bad man, help me. She did not. Mm-mm. In fact, they didn't go to Shannon, aka Messiah's aunt, aka Jarvis's baby mama, aka Jania's mama. Mm-mm. They didn't go to Jania's mama. Jania and Isaiah went to a different aunt. She then went to Shannon. The girls came and told me this. Get on it. Of course she didn't. The aunt called CPS. That should have saved Nazia's life. That should have saved those children. That should have did it. Because when CPS get that call and they look up this such said Jarvis Fox and they see that he was served 10 years for violating a 5-year old and giving her an STD, and now he has a house full of children over there, and his own daughter and his niece is saying he trying to get us out of us. Yeah, that is not a safe place. Let's go get them children. They CPS, they don't have no problem. I just saw a video where they took uh, had a woman in labor in court trying to make her have a C-section. She didn't want to. Kind of different, but I'm saying they don't have no problem taking the children. Honestly, don't want to. Because like I told you before, they want Jarvis doing what he's doing. And I'm not backing up off that. So with Jarvis's record, an official report from the girls' mouths themselves, to admit nothing happens. Okay. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Somebody made that decision. And that comes from the same wickedness that has no problem letting a dude like that back out on the streets, knowing exactly what he's gonna do. I will not ever say as a generalizing statement, a killer will kill again. Mm-mm. I won't say that. That's dumb. They could be a one-off. They could be a one-time, for sure. Trust. But we know that, right? I won't say a thief will steal again, but it's highly likely. Highly likely. If you're a klepto, of course you will. Of course you will. A violator, they absolutely will. Absolutely. There's no way that it won't happen again. Not on this planet. No way. They should never be released. In fact, Florida, Florida's talking about guaranteed life at minimum and the death penalty. Now, I don't understand why we don't have the guaranteed life across the board. Here in Georgia, if you violate a woman, okay, you put your crystal destiny thing in her life. Right. Hmm. That's how nature boy. Hmm. That's why he there permanently playing Chiefs and Indians. Since he want to be a chief. Mhm. They probably want to let him be chief first. Life. If we can get life for that, hands down, it should be life for violating children in every state. It's insane that it's not. And whose fault is it? Our absolutely. But then I try this out. Now, when CPS see who drives buses and what the complaint is, and all those children, and they say, okay, I'm gonna, no, they have to do, when you call, they have to go, they have to check. So after that, children should have been removed. Nazaya's raggedy grandma sang and tried to make it seem like Jarvis hardly ever came over. That's not even necessary because hardly still doesn't equal to at all. Never at all. Which is the only thing he was allowed to do by law. You know, with his name being on the registry and everything, in a house full of children. Mm-mm. So, how do you get to be around children or not be around them when you and your big hello hillbilly girlfriend, that big black booger, are making? baby after baby. Precious is mother, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You let your man reach over and touch, and then later he can actually have. But once he gets pregnant, his fault, by the way, it's a problem. How did that conversation go? I wonder. Just don't get any of them pregnant. I won't, of course. Hmm. Did they have one? Hmm. She absolutely knew when she was left out her niece and her children, which is his children. She absolutely knew. But when Messiah ends up pregnant, she gotta pay for it? Come on now. But you have to do a very evil and selfish thing to do this to these children in the first place. So CBS didn't save them. CBS didn't save them. They didn't do their job. I barely heard that come up in court. That was a surefire that you can't miss that one. That you can't. They handed that situation to them on a silver platter. He's going back to court. He's in violation. The children are coming up out of there until it's decided what's going to happen after this. He can't come around. Mm-mm. The fact that you have babies with him is crazy. Because he can't even be around babies. Children of any kind, any bloodline. And when people try to have the argument that a pedo should be able to be around their children, I'll never understand that. People like that, they don't operate nowhere near up in here as people who don't do that. So you always gotta start there first. Realizing, recognizing, and respecting the fact that they don't operate nothing like you. No matter what you think you saw in them. Oh, they're normal. Oh, they're like us. They not like us. Did you learn anything? You sang it, and you sang it, and you sang it, didn't you? Just like them, they're trying to bring Drake back. There's no coming back. I don't know. Raise your hand if you forgot that Drake is a pedophile. It's not just something that was in a song. No, no, no. Okay. Silver platter, and they didn't take them. Okay, they didn't take them. So here we are with Nazaya at the shop. Job is already knowing that it's her last day, which is the reason why. And he told her to get off of us and go walking. No questions. She not gonna ask. That we know from the exchanges. That girl, as we wouldn't even need the messages to notice, want to be with him, spend time with him, hang out with him, do anything with him. He's texting me. He's gonna pick me up. We're gonna hang out. Absolutely. We're gonna do the sneaky link thing. Absolutely. Now, when she saw King, it could have went one of both ways. She know he's working with King, but we're sneaking away so we can be together. Why would King be here? Because this is just for you to take me back to the shop. I could have came over like regular. There was no need for this whole thing. So I'm pretty sure if she was under the impression they were gonna be somewhere else, go somewhere else. Even if she only just thought that, assumed it. The King is here. Weird. Okay, hey King. What happened after that? So according to King, Nazia's in a vehicle once they go back to the shop. Nazia's in a vehicle with Jarvis. She was mainly sitting in the vehicle, you know, at the steering wheel, doing the kitty thing, is what he was trying to say. Eh. And then Jarvis and her is in a vehicle, and he is in the other vehicle. That's what he said. No tow trucks. But y'all couldn't fix the car. So it works? Like you can drive it? Hmm. Okay. Was you trying to paint it another color? I mean, what was he fixing? The roof? And you're not cosmetic. You don't do cosmetics. They probably can't even bang out a dent. You can fix the car, but you can drive it back to her. And I believe it was quite a bit of a journey, he said. Yeah. So now that you take the car back, y'all have one vehicle and we all ride. He said he didn't notice anything abnormal, any language that was abnormal. And they back at the shop, right? Because King's car is there. You know what? I'm gonna have to go back over his testimony because I want to get this part right. Did they go back to the shop? Does King have a car? Because King was locked up. That's how they met. Him and Jarvis in jail, prison. And I didn't, but I'm curious. What was King locked up for? Back then. Oh, just he's an in and outer too. Um, I don't know. I hope they asked him that. Understand, because it would be diabolical. I was hooting and hollering and yelling at that whole testimony, left and right. Just even realizing they finna let this dude 100% go without even giving a hint to the people that you just want to make sure he's clear. The whole thing was Jarvis focused. With all of these accomplices, King literally could have helped him do Nasiah and get rid of her body. If you were to listen to any channels that would do a reading or something like that, Um, and they were to talk about what may have happened to Messiah. They likely would tell you that they believe he had an accomplice involved with the actual act. They might tell you that it was very violent. These are the messages that are clear as day to me from day one. It was very violent, and he had an accomplice. Okay, now let's switch back to theory. Assuming King was or was not in jail for being a pedo, baby, this shit hit sells itself regardless. You work with this dude, any kind of chump that messes with thousands of children, they homies don't know. Dudes don't rock like that with each other. They don't. They're not gonna keep secrets, especially when it's about it's sexual and fantasy based, sick based. But you get what I'm saying. There's no way King didn't know. There's no way he kept that thriller in Manila to himself, because I'm sure it was the ultimate thriller to him. His prize, in my opinion. Messiah and his daughter. Look what I got right here. My daughter and my niece. Daughter kind of reluctant, but the niece who will do anything. There's no way King didn't know. He said he didn't know. He said he didn't know Jarvis was sleeping with them girls. Them girls was going to that shop practically every day. They even have videos on TikTok. He's sitting out there on some kind of gallon bucket fixing on cars. And they standing there looking like they got house pajamas on doing TikToks. I'm talking about the short shorts, not pajama pants or even capris. And the little shit that used to be under. Y'all remember when we was little, we had undershirts? I'm about the girls. And most of the time, that's what they look like they had on. The theory of Shannon bringing them down to the shop or somehow letting them go to the shop, he'll come pick them up, however they got there. I don't know how much of the time that is how it went. Because why am I looking at TikToks and y'all dressed like you're at the place where you slept last night? How are they not? You're not wearing that nowhere. They don't even have shoes on. Of course. Their hair ain't even done. Of course. They at the place where they slept the night before. Nobody called this out. He absolutely 1000% had his way with those girls anytime, any place, anyhow. Full permissions. Again, there's no way King didn't know. Okay, but he says in court he had no clue. Okay. And they let him get away with that bullshit. Okay. So at some point, either King they dropped him off somewhere, or they took him back to the shop and he got his car. Cause I guess y'all done for the day. because that was your main project and that worked out perfectly. You're done for the day. However it went, he said he parted from them after that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Tell y'all what I believe. I believe King may have had involvement with Naziah. Not Naziah. Um, Janaya. Not Janaya. Naziah, yeah. Why they named them almost the same thing? Um, but not Janaya. To risk that being told to anybody outside of their circle, nah. Naziah is the one who is down for anything. I think there is something that may have happened at least once. And if it didn't, I believe when Jarvis knew this is the day I'm going to do her up anyway, and we're going to have some fun with this girl first. There's no way you're not going to tell me that didn't happen. When you hear the judge through the interview, one thing she said is Jarvis thought that that shit he was doing, that he's been doing with these girls all these years, he thought that shit was cute. You could look at him and tell he thought it was cute. You can go and look at any of those TikToks. You can look at his pictures, and you can see it all in his face. Yeah, he thought that shit was cute. There's no way King didn't know. There's no way he didn't brag. There's no way he didn't let him see. He purposefully allowed the 8-year-old cousin of Janiyah and Naziah that was with them, who has a whole daddy at home, to walk in on them. First, she walked in, same day, him and Janiyah. I mean, Naziah, the one that's not here. And she's writing him. 8-year-old girl sees that. Pretty sure she shook, but oh no, it's not over. Now she sees him with his own daughter, and he is on top of her. Same day. Then he tries the girl, and she says, absolutely not. Not even fully understanding what all this is, much less the confusion of the relative thing. Her testimony in court tells you that's not her world. That's not her world. It's not her world. The way they talked about that with her, I think it was absolutely perfect. There's no confusion about what she's trying to say. But dad, if you were trying to get a 3 or 4-year-old, 5-year-old to tell you what they saw, it would be that conversation. Which I still don't. There's nothing. She was able to absolutely identify the situation. Absolutely. But for him to make that judgment call because of his sickness, because of what he wanted, because he thought it would be the thriller in Manila for sure, to add her, he tried it. And she went home and told her daddy. Okay. Maybe not right away, but she did. So when everybody's looking for a Messiah, everybody's looking for Messiah, and they are asking like it's no big deal that she's not there, and she's not a runaway, she's not just a bad girl, and plus where is she going when her boo thing? Sorry, it just I'm talking about in her mind, her boo thing is right. I mean, running the streets, of course, but at 13, what you gonna get an apartment and he can come over? No, you want access to him. She not running away. They knew that. They've had to do things before with pregnancies or possible pregnancies with anxiety. Oh, everybody's chill while nobody knows where Messiah is. Everybody just cool. It ain't nothing. Same way they was in court. This ain't nothing. Who they talking about? It, I can't even say they were acting like they were talking about someone else's child or relative. No, they were like they was just having to explain a movie they just watched. Like the teacher called them to the class. Tell us what happened in that movie since you want to be talking. Not their niece who to this day she hasn't been found, but we know she's deceased. She gone. They're unfazed. They're completely unfazed. When nobody emotional crying until the sentencing because social media jumped all up and down that ass. Because somehow they missed that part in their brain. At least by the time you get to the preliminary hearing, you better act like you all shook up about anxiety. Okay? I don't know, pinch yourself. Okay? So just in your eyes. Is you crazy? You gonna just come up there and act like this? We talking about what color is this cup? Where the cup came from? Did you buy the cup or did she buy the cup? Who bought the cup? We talking about the cup. That's pretty much what it was given. We talking about the cup. We ain't talking about my grandchild, my niece. So when people asking, authorities are asking, people are asking, where's Messiah? Where's Messiah? Everybody cool, including King. He cool, knowing that he was the last person with Josiah and Jarvis on that day. But you didn't even know he was doing anything. So wouldn't you be like, hey, because I'm pretty sure his raggedy ass got children around here. Or he'd be like, hey, homeboy, that's the last day you was with her. I was with y'all. What happened after that? Hell no. What you did? What happened? No. You know who came for it? His sister. Jarvis's sister. Jarvis's sister. Hey, I believe I saw that girl that day at the shop. Didn't get a good look at her. But those clothes, that jacket, yep, that was her. He told me that was King's niece. His sister. His sister. His sister. Not King, the sister. Called Popo's. And you mean tell me that nobody suspects King only parted ways with Jarvis on that day after Messiah was done up and left wherever they left him. Drop, dump, I don't know. I don't ask for information no more. I don't seek and ask. The that case from years and years back with Little King just so happened to be a little boy named King. And I'm actively calling for answers. I'm not doing that no more. Case after case after case after case. And you know what? What I saw, yeah, I don't want to walk that road no more. I don't want to walk that road no more. Then you got to turn around and tell this to the family. Hats off to people who are legitimately doing so. If information is freely given, then that's what it is. But I am not requesting any information, and I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Doors open cannot. They don't close. They don't just close. Once once you experience something, you have experienced it. There's no way I could go any further. There's no way. There's no way. I would never forget the things that was shown to me about what happened to King and what was actively happening to him. And even then, back then, I don't remember what year, but it's been over. It was probably like before COVID, right? During or after, somewhere around there. Big case, big case. There wasn't as much of this very open talks about children and them being stolen, taken, forced into things that are very horrific for them. That was sporadic and mostly what Pizzagate conspiracy theory into people's minds. And then fast forward, we are here. But I saw that the same way Ryan Garcia was yelling to the top of his lungs about what he said he saw. And but he me and bro. It was that type of shit, pretty much. Um, Imagine not even really knowing that how common this shit is, and then seeing that and having to wrap your mind around the fact that people are actively doing these things to children. Ah, that's those are steps above and beyond just taking them because you want to keep them. Like, oh girl, Kimani Woods, taking them and violating them, and maybe deleting them in some no, I don't know if it's rare, but in some cases, that they've kept them chained up somewhere for a few years until somebody busted them out of there. But all this other stuff, that wasn't something that was really on our radar. to let this man continue on with his life as if he had no possibility of being involved in what happened to Nazaria. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't even reading. I teenage grandchildren. Yeah, well, at least one of them is a teenager for sure. King, I believe when he testified, he was back in jail. He came out in his prison clothes. Clearly a degenerate, right? It gave, it screamed immunity. It screamed immunity. That word was not used. That word was not used. It screamed immunity. And that whole testimony screamed immunity. There was no hardball questions. There was no regular prosecution. You was with them. Blah blah blah. Questions. Immunity. The same thing y'all. A lot of people saying that Shannon got. You think Shannon the only one? And when you see the judges interview, you can read between the lines. I can't. I'm not that I'm saying she was trying to put lines out there because she was answering the questions. She is just restricted by what she can. Of course, she's a judge in the case, so she's restricted because not everything was publicized, not everything was televised or made available to the public. One thing in that interview she said that I saw today, content creators are having beef over that statement because of what they're doing with the information, um, because it's new to them. Uh, I mean, just talking, talking about things because that's what you want to talk about, like I do. That's different. No expectations here, right? But when you try to come off as if this is what you do, and you, I mean, y'all gotta do research. Y'all gotta put work in. I've been saying this since months ago. I've been saying this because it's very disturbing to me. And I have been saying it very harshly and loudly that Jarvis Butts was in that garage having threesomes with these children. I said this as a, exclamatory statement. I said this as a cofactor in my suspicions of King absolutely knowing what's going on and being involved in what happened to her. There is no way in a bloody pit of Hades. You got at minimum two cousins, your niece and your daughter, that you have come almost daily, that you are sleeping with both of them there when they come. He knew. Let's not play that game. He knew. There's no room for he didn't know. But they let him sit his black ass on their stand and say that. And y'all fake ass, bullshitting ass content creators that just want that money, you didn't dig into that shit while the case was active. Y'all was all up and down Shannon and all that kind of shit. Which we gonna go with what is. We gonna go with what is, what we can do something with. Okay, I can have 2 jars of fucking lip gloss. One of them empty, or it's got some residue on the side that I might be able to scrape off, and one of them damn near full. Bitch, I'm not fucking with that other bottle. When I got gold mine over here in comparison, what are we talking about? There's no way dude did not know. There's no way. And is it would be just dumb for anybody to really believe that King went on his merry way on that day and left Jarvis and Messiah together with Messiah alive. There's no way. There's no way. Maybe none of you went into the mind, the possible mind of either one of these snakes. Are you retired? What can make you see? Kanye got me calling people retired. I'm not stop. I'm not stop because I'll get a trouble for it. Kanye won't get a trouble for that. They meant about other words, but it fits. Cause what would make you say, oh, King said he left. He didn't even know that was going on. And he left after that. They didn't fix the car, he took the car back. They was done for the day. He left. Them slimy ass, no good ass snakes didn't get down like that. That's too much like what normal people would do. Nah, they partners in crime. These fools are prison buddies. Okay, they're frequent stay. They go back and they go back. Especially King. He the type. He out. Yeah. Another Quaalude should 11 in the morning. He right back in there. Right back in there. These two been probably done so much dirt together. Ain't no way he's not a lot like Jarvis. Ain't no way Jarvis didn't brag about them big buffalo ass, ugly dumbass bitches he had. Okay? And what he was doing in each department. I'm just gonna put that there. Because we know all children was getting it. All children was getting violated. And we know all bitches was dumb. And all bitches let him do what he wanted to do. And all bitches was helping him. Even knowing he did that with, Nazaya. And came back without her. And they helped him. That's what type of chicks he was with. That's some shit you brag to your boys about. How dumb this bitch is. The shit this bitch let me do. The shit this bitch did for me. Okay. Well, brag about the woman holding the baby on the. Okay, listen. Mother and father just got convicted for their son. Dude was Dude was violating his young son so bad that it killed him. And who was helping him do that? Because that's how they get down? The mama. Yeah, the mama. The mama. Versus what that movie would when number just a little something to say, just welcome to the grown up world. Because there's real shit out here that be going there. And just but you don't watch all kind of other movies and be like, yeah, they trying to tell us what's going on. They trying to tell us what's coming. Okay, alright. So King Black Ass gets the free pass. He gets to walk. He gets to tell everybody. I didn't know nothing about that. And I was not there when whatever happened to her, because I went that way. I went that way. No. Mm-mm. If I'm a sick ass bastard, so sick to do all of the sick things that he's done. And this is my boy. He know all my shit. And I know I'm about to get rid of you. Oh no, no. We not just going I'm not just gonna take you somewhere and then do you in and we do away with your body. No, we gotta have some fun first, right? And my boy is down because who you telling? Who you gonna go tell? Who you go? Yes, I work at Amazon. Good for you. Um, who you gonna go tell? Nobody. So he went home to the children he don't even take care of. And he took his broke ass home so he can do nothing. He had better plans. If he had better plans, he wouldn't have been working at that shop with the thing, sleeping with his daughter, his niece, and other children, and the dog and the cat and everything else, and the boys and everything, you know. He done had something better to do a long time ago, bro. I'll do you, but yeah, I ain't trying to be seeing that. I'm not trying to be seeing that. It's just so ironic how y'all pack all this heat, all this attention and heat and everything for Shannon. You have made way more than you did for Jarvis, which it wasn't really to me that bad that less attention was paid to Jarvis because that's what he needed, less attention. Plus, he already in jail. They done already clearly decided that they was going to hear him out for it. He, I mean, that was pretty much in the bag. How he was gonna move about it was what we needed to see. But yeah, they already sat him down. They know he did it. They know he did it. But y'all was saying, oh, he's taking a rap for Shannon. He taking a what for who? Okay. He taking the what with the what? Come on. He ain't ratting nobody out. He not saying my boy King, Shannon, the grandma. He not saying none of that. But he not taking no charge that he didn't do. Then Ezell say he don't kill. What? You think Jarvis ain't gonna say that shit? Okay. You just replace Still with Still, because he's stealing from them children, right? So nah, he not gonna be like, okay, you can throw that body on me. No, he gonna say I was throwing that body on me. I was throwing my body on that, but you're not gonna put that stiff body on me. Hell no. She's not doing that. That doesn't make any logical sense. I believe somebody even said she's doing it so she can take care of the children. Will you please delete yourself? I just need you gone, baby. Up out of here. Okay, to the upper room. So we clear. Okay, get on your spaceship and leave Earth. However you want to make the accident, just do it. Jarvis don't give a jack about nobody's children. Anybody else for that matter. Not a soul. Not a soul. Mhm. So let's be clear. King, King, involved. King, he knew. I don't want to sound like Marianne Lorian, but yeah, he knew. He knew, and he was involved. Okay. Now, why didn't they run down on him? Why would they let King go free? That shit was so smooth. I was jealous. They were 100% hands off on King. King came out there trying to help his boy. On this, listen, this creature came out there in a green suit where the bailiff had to take off his cuffs so he can get up there and testify. And when he get down, they're gonna put the cuffs back on him and he's going back to the bag. Okay. And he got up there and was still trying to protect fucking Dusty and himself. He's not gonna be clear and concise about nothing because he know he involved too. So it's not just about Jarvis. But when you get up there and you tell the court you don't see, you don't recognize, you don't recognize your boy, your boy, he didn't change his hair, nothing. Even if he did, but he ain't changed the thing, and you don't recognize him in the courtroom. If I was the judge, you'd have had to kiss him in the mouth. Then tell me, does that feel familiar? Do you recognize him now? Like, what the fuck? Come on now, we gonna play, you gonna play? So you gonna sit up there in court and play with them a multitude of times, and y'all think he would not want to play that game with Jarvis too? I mean, that's a whole free card in their minds, right? First of all, nobody gonna know what the hell happened. Ain't nobody here but us. This our shit. Who we gonna tell? Ain't nobody you gonna be able to tell. Ain't nobody gonna save you. This is a golden opportunity right here. Why would King walk? Why would there not be any charges on Shannon and the sister, her sister, and her brother? Why, even if the prosecution doesn't take that up, where was the community outrage? Where was other family that may have actually cared about Natalia? Where was their outrage for that, push for that? Nobody, right? Okay. Who on this planet would let King walk in this? I'm gonna stay on that shit. It makes less than any sense. So again, back to my original points. They wanted Jarvis doing what he has been doing, as I have said before. I don't never miss, never tell y'all no lies. It may be years for you to discover the truth, but this entire time I have been telling y'all, Jarvis' butt was in that freaking shack that they call a garage, and having threesomes with those girls. Then you have the little girl, the 8-year-old at the time, niece. She walked in on not one but two sessions. Get the fuck all the way out of here. If you're gonna tell me that not stay in jail like it up the booty mofo didn't know what Jarvis was doing. I can almost guarantee you there is suppressed evidence. I can almost guarantee you at least one person has come forward with something relating to King being involved in something with this shit. Beyond the fact that King and Shannon and the other baby mama was helping him before they actually got to the hearing. Before when they earlier on in the situation. I think he gonna try to say, "Oh, I didn't know. I don't know why he. I just thought he just wanted me to go get his phone that he left in the car. Go da da da." Bitch, no, you didn't, cause you knew the little girl that he was sleeping with, the little girl that he had visibly pregnant, the little girl that he had on that last day she was ever seen is DEAD, and they want to know who did it. The whole BS, understand? And then you are dismissed back into his cuffs and he out of here. Are you freaking kidding me? Alright, cool. Cool. I don't believe Jarvis is deceased. I said it before. I don't believe it. I don't believe he's deceased. I don't believe he's deceased. He is a total BAN. I don't believe he is deceased. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I said that when they first said he was. I'm standing on that. Standing on that. I could be wrong, you know. I don't have great surety. I just been this. That my thing happened for me, and it happens immediately after the job leaves. I guarantee you, some of them hoes been talking to Jarvis, and I guarantee you they can actually tell you Jarvis ain't one sweating about a thing up in that prison, being in that prison. That's too much like home for him. He ain't scared of no bed, and King ain't scared of no bed. He ain't shy no shame about what he did in the Zaya. This nigga ain't got no feelings. Is you crazy? This nigga was running around here with, let's keep it real, raping 4 year olds. Did you forget the girl that just is testified in court? She was 4 years old when he started raping her. Okay, do you hear me when you hear me say that word that YouTube don't want you to say? Why do you think they don't want people saying such stuff? Cause y'all, they want y'all to just be like, oh, this shit ain't nothing. Somebody got killed. Okay, cool. Somebody raping little girls. Oh shit. Yeah, things happen, man. Dallas is somewhere doing something. I wonder what it is. And you know what? I wonder if King got released before this trial, the preliminary hearing, the sentencing. I wonder if he got released or what he did actually got him some time because they might be together. I'm not saying like boyfriend and boy, which I'm pretty sure it might be something that too, but it's way more than this. It's way more than this, especially the way um, children are being tossed around traffic and shit all up and through there. But it get all this stuff gets ignored. Are we kidding? Only person, Jarvis' sister, his sister, his sister. Oh my God, his sister. I can't emphasize that enough. His sister. She's still right in court and she put it out there. There are many children, and people are turning blind eye. And she threw it out there, and these motherfuckers is in the courtroom today. Now, I hear y'all talking about everything else but that. Everything else but that. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Mm. I just went to the bathroom, but I'm going right back. And that's to make sure I go right back. That's to make sure I go right back. Now, I can't even go ahead and sit down. Because I'm going to tell you, my battery's going to die. So I gotta get the battery pack on it real quick. But as soon as you sit down, you can be over real quick. You know, you're gonna work up hours later. It's too quiet out here for me. It is too quiet. Like, let me make sure this my truck. Is this my truck? What we doing? Maybe it's not. It is. Don't do it again. And I'm spilling juice. trying to hurry up and get in this room. I don't even normally be out here. I don't even normally be out here, y'all. Not out here. This is the main terminal. Well, over here in Atlanta it is. But I'm glad that's the daycare. That way ain't nobody in it. I mean, it's not like it's his personal truck, but still, you know, last thing you're supposed to be doing is hit somebody damn truck, right? It's my mirror. You make contact with me. Alright. Oh gosh. I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna grab my laundry because it's right next to the gym. Put it in there. So let me get some of y'all trolls up out of here because I know you want me to, make sure you don't have to work hard to come back. To come back, you gonna have to baby, you gonna have to I'm trying to think, is there ice machine in there? I know I never used it, but I think I saw one. And you know what? I gotta cut the ice out. I gotta stop eating, drinking things willy nilly. Like, you know, that's something I can do, should do, normally would do, and all that. It's about to be summer. I can't go in the opposite direction, although I am. But we gonna nip that in the bud right now. And that is what came to my mind when I just said ice, because normally I don't drink cold drinks. But when you drink ice cold stuff, it I wish I could explain it, but right now I'm gonna botch it up. Look it up. But it holds you hold more fat and you hold more. I think water weight, because we're going directly against the temperature of your body and all that other kind of stuff. But it's a whole scientific breakdown. Um, that makes sense to me. I ain't saying I'm the one that did the research. There's plenty experts that say that. So we going back to room temperature. I don't care how cold it get. And I don't know, it became fun. And I'm starting to think that's why a lot of people do be cooling their drinks, put ice in and stuff. Especially if you have something that's not water per se. It's boring without ice and it's fun with ice. Even if the beverage was cold. Now I'm thinking I threw away this top earlier when I was cleaning up, thinking it didn't belong to a bottle. But that did because that was hours ago. And I have refilled my water jug, my water cup. Yeah, after that. So where did I put the top? Because it shouldn't even been sitting there open. It's so crazy. I ain't finna turn on the lights. You know how you feel like you be up at night and everybody else be asleep and you the only one up, but you ain't on the type of time they on like your ass. Like, look at me sitting here. This why I like be by myself. I was gonna turn on the low light, but I only have the low light in the back, so that didn't help much, did it? Some of them I didn't turn the light out. This gonna be going in the back. But anywho, I gotta change my shoes and stuff anyway. But that's how I feel out here because this yard is packed, and I know that there are a lot of drivers that are in a lot of these cars. I mean trucks. Um, you can hear You can hear the APU. I came on here park where the day camps are, 'cause I know ain't nobody sleeping in them trucks. They at home. They the ones that, they go home every day for sure. 'Cause I don't want to be over there in the trailer park, 'cause I call it trailer park. Where trailer park at to sleep at night. I be like, I don't want to go to the house. I'm here hysteria. Some shit. I don't want to go to the trailer park. This just sucks. If- I feel like you at a damn trailer park. Rattling trucks all around you. And other than that, it's quiet. But sometimes I can appreciate the rattling trucks because then that gives me room to make noise in here and there. Well, I won't be disturbing nobody. I remember when I first started driving and I had to go over the road and I started going by myself. Once I graduated from that mandatory training and team thing, sitting in truck stops was the worst. Wait, like, oh, when you shut down, oh my god, it felt like a horror movie. It felt like you was on a deserted island. But for some reason, there's all these damn trucks out here. Uh, you can't really be loud or make no noise. And you're not gonna tell me it don't sound like a surround system up in here, and I'm not gonna blast the movie out some music. What? Are you kidding me? I do that shit at home all damn day, all damn night. You think, and I'm gonna be out here sitting out here quiet like a motherfucking hell? No, I would not stay out here anymore. I would not stay out here anymore. I had to stay tonight, to be honest. I could have went home and then came back in the morning. But since they had me tied up, I said, hell no. You want me to use your washing machine to dry still. Well, I'm gonna go what it's gonna cost me. Yeah, I don't care if you paying in water. I don't care if you paying okay, and a light bill. I don't care. This shit is free. And then I can just stay right the hell here and be here in the morning. Front and center. So they were, I said, what time y'all open in the morning? What time they open in the morning? Because he ain't gonna be here. 6 o'clock. Because I ain't never seen no truck stop freaking shop that closes. Maybe I have. Now that I think about it. I don't even know why they showing me this. If I wasn't logged in, don't show this shit to me. That's the whole point of me logging out. Fool. Then I come in here and you want me to review and accept or reject. Bitch, I'm rejecting that shit. Like, we both know this. There's nothing that's gonna happen to where that's gonna get assigned to me. And there's no co-driver that there could possibly be outside of when I go out here and fucking connect with a different driver that won't even be in this fucking. I be talking shit to this shit, cause they trust me. You are not alone, baby. You're not alone. And if you pay attention, that shit will adjust based upon how you talk to it. That motherfucker, I hear you talking that shit. Um, yeah, this. Oh, I didn't know about this. What did I just click on? Uh-huh. Disconnect. Hold on, wait. Did I just disconnect from my actual vehicle? Like the long part? I did. That's not what I meant to do. I hope it's no whole thing to it. I mean, I'm just exploring, trying to see what they got on here. I done already had to cover. I done covered them damn cameras up. That tablet said I pretty much eye level, and I just looked at it because that's alright. But it's sitting there, and I'm driving. What's my tracking number? Damn. I see this is gonna go on for a long time. You know, I'm almost confident that I got it, but when I can just roll it, sometimes it be as simple shit. It does sometimes be as simple shit. But if it got something to do with numbers, yeah, I'm number lexic. Like people reading it, they dyslexic. Don't worry about that, y'all, because we are going to so-called mini gym. Yes, vehicle is found. It do me like this so bad. And I know it's on purpose to stop you from logging out. But to keep my logs to being activated, messing up my break time, I gotta log out so I can be like, hey, you see I was in the shop. They came in with a car. A truck. Ain't nobody out. Damn day to be creep walking at 2 miles per hour just to get to the other side of the building. 207. Oh, I know they did. That's not it. I left out a number. This thing was giving me. It keeps doing that. It's like you press some shit. It reminds me of a stupid ass fucking phone. But then it's not what I fucking press. I know what I press. See, that's annoying. Look at this shit. That's why I don't be going to disconnect nothing or log out. I gotta look at the last time. Before this time. See, when I say done, now you want to freeze up. Come on, begin. Pencil me in the program. Come on. That's it. I know it's it. I don't know why it's saying it can't connect because you ain't depending on my Wi-Fi. So figure that shit out like you been figuring shit out. But still connecting. Oh gosh. This is where I get frustrated and just turn my back and walk away and whatever happens. But there you go. Oh fuck. Oh gosh, my brain. I left it somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's supposed to be a back button right there. And I just hit that shit and it was disconnect button. What did he say is gonna happen to you? I wish I didn't miss you anymore. I was jamming off Angie Stone today. I was in a lot. Oh, parked over there closest to the down there closest to the repair shop. And I was jamming my music. I thought You configured or you connected? Which one? I thought that I thought most of these job turkeys was going on. Just not considering any factors like been there, done that, ain't been home all fucking week. That's when you got hemmed up at. That's when you got hemmed up at. Alright. I just did it. Why are you making me do it again? Yeah, that one. I wonder what those shapes back there. Like what are they? Who was that? It's still not. Alright, let me turn my head again. Let me just bring my little see. I got peaches, y'all. Let me show you. I gave some to the guy, to the mechanic. I said, get you some peaches. These are organic peaches. Let's start. Y'all can't see me. It's dark and hell is hot. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? It's dark and hell is hot. So I got a box. I touched in. I got in Georgia. I slid to the left and go see my girl. This old lady. I be friends with old ladies. Slid me in this box. They got good. These peaches are so good. I snapped. I was like, oh my God, I only had one. I mean, did I say peaches? I don't even do peaches like that. I like pears. This is a pear. I said, would you like a pear? Yeah. I was like, I love giving fruit to people that actually really, like, they happy to get the fruit. They want the fruit. I said, I should take two. I said, this is from Harry's and David. So they do the fruit and, cheese boys or whatnot. So the cheese and some sausage I was eating earlier came in this box too. And it had a bag of caramel popcorn. Yes, I ate it. It had another bag of nuts, mixed nuts. So I asked him, I said, do you want these nuts in your mouth? Okay, clearly I did not say that. But I gave him the nuts because I can't eat them. Not anymore. You know what? My teeth blew so much. They just open wider and wider. I'm gonna give me some floss picks because I'm not gonna fight with these pears. I love pears. And these are juicy, so check on that. Kind of hard, but not too hard, but definitely not too soft. I'm tasting wet. I'm tasting fruit because I know it's fruit, but I'm not tasting pear. Mm-mm. It's good and juicy. Now, I'm not saying this now. I absolutely believe it's me. Because a lot of times, I don't taste shit when I'm biting the shit. Because it's really fake. So, this company is out of Oregon. The first pair, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It had to have pear flavor because I would have the same reaction I'm having. I would not forget that. Mm-hmm. A plain avocado has more flavor than this. For the texture and the ripeness, this should be a really sweet pear. Mm-mm. It's giving I'm tired of chewing. Try to hit those sweet spots. See something stick out, but it's not. Mm-mm. The summer sausage was good. Mm. This is a nice box though. There's nothing like getting something from someone who knows you, whether they know you really good or not. Someone you're cool with. And the gift is just like, this is what you chose to get me? You started and you thought of me? Hmm. Mm-hmm. She hit me off with a box of peaches. She know I love peaches. Mm. I keep calling them peaches. Why? It's something over that because it's about that. At least 6 times I've done it. And I don't be think about no peach. Mm-mm. I could never smash on a peach like this. I don't need it in my cobbler. Mm-mm. Just be the best part. Get down to the bottom. Closer to that bone. Did what they say about me? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It definitely was enjoyable. It was enjoyable. See, you do everybody on here. No, I'm not going to see. Well, not till 10. I'll try and be quiet, but just wind it down, baby. That music coming on. They gonna be playing my song. They gonna be playing my song. Oh dang, there was a spear cord up here this entire time. Yeah, I was going through the things. I wonder why. Either it's a common thing that happens with that port, or he knew. Oh, this is a good stretch for the hips. Yeah, I will be doing that more. That felt good. It's like it always stands for just. Yeah, even though this was messed up, maybe they did too. Somebody put it on. They didn't put it on. But that's weird how I was going through it with that flag, and then even getting frustrated to where I'm just like, fuck it, I ain't even gonna use that. But a replacement cord. Actually, no, that wouldn't work, because that's some electrician type shit. You gotta get all the way down there, and no, that's not cool. So I wouldn't have been able to put it on. When they be saying, can I have it to you? I wish I did miss you. See, now I wish I had my wagon. Because I got my two blankets right there. Right there. I don't want to take more than one trip either. But I look like that's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. Whoever came up with that clock idea, and then they turned around and named it Clocky. I said, clock that T will to damn the clock with the wheels. I never heard of a clock before. Here is Johnny Clocky in 2026. And where the cap to my water jar is, I don't know. Damn. Dear homies. I've been saying that on purpose all day. Just to see like how people are gonna react. Have y'all done that? And not just with like some blue face would say, but just something that somebody says it so much and they have like pretty good following. Then you be amongst people that you don't even talk like that around. They ask you a question. But they dear homies. Yeah, dear homies. They went down there. Dear homies. I was like, what the fuck? You got dear homies? You got dead homies? What, isn't that like some gang shit? What are we talking about here? When did you become a blood? Have you been paying attention? In the doggone drawer, which makes sense because I was over there filling my cup. Using the top space as if it was a table. I keep forgetting about that damn table being there. So I'm glad that that kept happening to me because I would not be getting it fixed, getting everything replaced. He fixed it. He said he fixed it. He had the light on and everything. I go park, I go to use it, get my vacuum on, and the shit did not, the red light came. It wouldn't come on. And I'll be overpowering electronic devices a lot, but let's keep it real. So I took it back to him. And he was like, I got it going again. Nigga, I thought you said the battery needed to be recharged. That was all it took. Okay, cool. Then here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, ain't budget. You out of pocket. What type of weight? What you mean what type? I don't know. You trying to make it a model or what are we asking? That's the bed. I don't know. You can see that's the bunk. You put your shit down underneath there. Yeah. How it would make sense to have at home. Hopefully you do. Not this actual day a military-esque box. But I'm talking about a bed where you can put shit on there. You know what I'm saying? Dear homies. I'll just contact style now. But am I really trying to sound like a gangster? This Bluetooth sound, man, listen, Bluetooth saw a Dalmatian today. And I'm like, is this deja vu? Because did that not happen before? I swear I can recall. My earbuds was connected, so I swear I can recall him doing that before. It's 101 Dalmatian, for real. Oh, you know what? I got his ass. He said when it was at the park, that's the first time he saw a Dalmatian. That's not true. When he was on that Versus, that V whatever, stupid ass show, somebody came on there with a Dalmatian. And he was like, this is the first time I've seen a damn Dalmatian. That's 101 Dalmatian. Yeah, homies. He sounded like he was a 5-year-old brat when that dog walked by the park. So he wanted to say, Mommy, look, I see a Dalmatian. He was like, you see that chat? It's a 101 Dalmatian. I'm not that Dalmatian. As soon as he heard him say that shit, he was like, fucking, I'm singular, boy. That was a movie. I didn't even make the part. Look at me. Do I look like one of those that was in a movie? Bitch, I got floppy ears out here. He walked right on past Blueface. He didn't even look at him. Oh. Battery pack. Because as soon as I walk out the door, I'm just gonna go. Man, when I went back the last time to get the guy to tell him, I did a little video tape And so yeah, when I turn on, you be like, okay. Then, oh, okay. Alright, it's gonna be one of these now. I'm checking out hard. Am I dreaming? Bag is out already? Anyway. I just swear I put that shit in here. And then please develop that screen. Thank you. Popping bottom. So I thought this was the bag I put. I guess not. I just want to put spray. Just leave it for now. I didn't know if I didn't need that damn charger. Way back, because that would be. So I had to go back to the shop. The guy that was working on my seat, he went home. This shit was over. And so there's another guy. And so what was going on sale. Boy said one of my battery cells was low. We need to be charged. He charged. It's good. But it went back off. What doesn't work. For me, it doesn't work. So, no, I can't see shit. I can't see the hole. So,
wallet if I could find my iPhone cord. Is that out there? So, yeah, I don't know where it is. Out of here. Who knows? It's the fastest. It's the fastest. So, my boy came up and was like, can you lay down? So he came through, he's like, what did you tell you? I said, huh? He told me that the battery needed to be charged. He charged. He said, but yeah, but did he tell you which one? I said, no, but he said it was only one of them. He said, nah, try 4. 4. I said, oh, okay. Yeah. By the time he said it again, I was just like, I felt like getting up doing the G-Walk and just start singing explosive West Coast shit. I mean, the song just randomly popped up in my head. Nigga, what you saying? So he was like, yeah. But he was just hating on it, Joe, man. He's hating on. He's hating on. So I'm like, okay. Now we finna get you on up out of here. That bullshit. Knowing he had to get up down there because that unit is down there. I said, I'm gonna put I wasn't gonna put the locks on my luggage. I said, I'm gonna put the locks on my bags. Because this nigga hating on his coworker so hard. Oh, man. He been trying to escape through one of my bags. He skimmed something. But he ain't gonna get the fucking hand chopped off. Yeah. Not so fast, because I can't even find my charger cord. That I somehow put there. So another one. Oh, what the hell? Boy, you overdoing it. Fuck. I see my reflection all the way in the damn window, baby. Doing what I'm doing, pushing curtain back. That's what I'm sitting in that seat, yeah. On the other side of the building, y'all, where they got like tables and stuff where you can chill at. It's a whole colony of cats back there. And I know I said this before. They gotta notice the orientation. So, they just back there breeding. When I said something about last time, they was like, we gonna get them cats here. They gonna get up out of here because they're breeding and blah, blah, blah. Man, I went back there earlier because the dude was standing there just looking at him. I went in there and looked. I said, ooh, that's a lot. The hell? Somebody was sitting out there. Hey, it won't be me. Never that. I'm not. And it's like 4 or 5 of them just sitting there looking at me like, say, what you got on my tunas? Clearly there's a filter on here. Making it through that, because that's weird, right? Oh, it's a Roddy. Yep, it's a Roddy. He's going for a walk. I don't know what filter this is. Oh, it's good. It's the first one. We're using my first. Because I do want to go for a walk. But now I have to get to the bathroom. It feels so nice. I'm not leaving the yard though, because ain't nothing but side of the road out here. All them damn cats back there. And they looking dead at me. Like, I better come out there and I better have they fucking food. Playing no games. They like, we sizing you up right now. You already look like you don't got no food. Don't come out here. I'm like, you ain't got to worry about me. Because I'm not coming out here. Not playing no cats. We not gonna play again. Cause somebody gonna get hurt. That's what employee parking is. Dang, everything. They know they need to get rid of them cats. But I'm gonna keep my business because I'm a troublemaker. You know what I'm saying? Dear homies, y'all, bye.